Hello, Havocs! Remember me? My name is Crystal, and I'm here to welcome you back to talk about the Lobtastic game of Grand Canyon University men's basketball. I'm going to call this a 2023-2024 recap as well as a 2024-2025 preview because it's been a while since we've chatted. In fact, apologies for missing the first few games for Grand Canyon for last year. So, in a nutshell, we did really good with our end of our conference season. How good did we do? Well, we ended up beating Tarleton University, not Tarleton University. We ended up winning the regular conference championship. We won 17 games out of 20, so it was 17-3. We've never done that before. In fact, we were the only team to actually win our conference regular season. We didn't have to share it with anybody. So cool, so very cool, so fantastic. But then we had to go to Las Vegas, aka WAC Vegas, actually aka Lope Vegas, because the Havocs came with us in full force, and play in the semifinal and the final conference championship. Well, assuming you win, it's win or go home. So first, for the semifinals, we play Seattle University. Tough team, super tough team. Again, it's win or go home. But fortunately, we won. They were 72, we were 80. Ooh. But then the final thing came up. UT Arlington. Oh, tough team. They ended up beating the our conference second place team to get there. We were the top. They were like, Tarleton was number 2, and they beat Tarleton to get to that championship game. So you knew it was going to be a battle, and it was a battle. They didn't play, but neither did we. And when it was all said and done, their final score was 74. Their final score was 74. Ours was 79. Oh, we won the conference championship. Oh, fantastic. Oh. And of course, I had to get a new shirt for it. Full disclosure, I got a shirt for winning the regular season as well, but it wasn't camera ready. Had to wear this one though. Oh. So, that was our third conference championship win in 4 years. So we're doing amazing in that respect. And then next thing you know, we got to start prepping for the NCAA tournament. That is coming up. We went to Spokane for our initial stop there. Well, before we go to Spokane, we got to find out what seed we're going to be and who we're playing. We ended up being the 12th seed, which was a step up from the 14th seed from the previous year, which was a step up from the 15th seed from the year before. So we were moving in the right direction, right? So that meant we would play a 5 seed. And the 5 seed we ended up playing was the St. Mary's Gales. My goodness gracious. Tough. They're brutal team. Very regimented. They knew their stuff. They were controlled. They were unflappable. They just did the job. At least that's how they approached the game. I mean, they were conference champions too. So we prepped for them to get ready, and then when it's all said and done, we won. We beat the St. Mary's Gales 66-75. For the first time in Grand Canyon University history, in front of hundreds, well, probably, yeah, I would say hundreds of Havocs that were in Spokane for the event, we won our 30th game of the season. 30th, as in 30. We've never won that many games in one season before. We usually hit somewhere in the 20s. Maybe even upper, some lower, but we usually break that number, but never that one. So that was amazing. Okay, you calm down from that. So the next thing is like, okay, What do you got next? Who's next on the list? You know who's next on the list? Alabama. SEC powerhouse, Alabama. My goodness gracious sakes alive. So we're like, okay, we'll play them. They were so much different than playing St. Mary's. St. Mary's very controlled, very regimented, very, measured. Whereas Alabama, they were just like, go, 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 go. Get the ball, put them in the bucket. Get the ball, put it in the bucket. Get the ball, put it in the bucket. Very fast, very fast. We had to manage that. We had to slow that down. And work all that in there. And on some levels, I think we did that. Because there was a moment in the second half that we were up by 3 points. So we kind of got that going. But then, you got to keep that going in order to win. They got the better end of the deal. And they ended up beating us by 11 points, which isn't terrible considering, they were an SEC team and they ended up making it to the Final Four. But at the end of the day, they had, let me check my notes, I was getting mixed up. We had 61 points, they had 72. So we ended the season in a 30-5. We only lost 5 games the entire season, which is pretty amazing. Again, never have I seen that happen at Grand Canyon. I'm not saying it's never happened, never have I seen it done. So although, of course you like to keep going and things of that nature, it's okay. It's okay. So that's how we ended our 2023-2024 season. Next up is find out, okay, who you got coming back for 2024-2025, who are you going to recruit to fill in the gaps, because we lost some good people. We lost Josh Baker, we lost Javon Blackshear Jr., we lost Josh Baker, of course, Gabe McLaughlin. That was a sad one to lose him and things like that. We thought we were going to lose Tyon Grant Foster, but he got some special thing going on where he can come back for 1 more year. Now, the also special thing, he got dinged a little bit as far as privileges are concerned, and he has to miss the first 2 official games as well as our exhibition game. So, but we still got about, off the top of my head, I can think of Javon Blackshear Jr., Gabe McLaughlin, and Josh Baker that we had to say goodbye to. So it's like, okay, who do you get back, in that respect? Well, I mean, who do we get back? I already mentioned Tyon Grant Foster, TGF. We get to keep him. We get to keep Ray Harrison. We get to keep Duke Brennan. We get to keep Colin Moore. And then off the bench, we get to keep Luke War. So 4 out of our 5 starters we're keeping. How low-tastic is that? And we keep an amazing, low-tastically amazing off-the-bench guy in Luke War. Just, and I want to give a special mention to Caleb Shaw. He redshirted last year, but he's back. And so I want to see exactly what he can do, what he can bring to the table. But since he was here, I just wanted to give him a little bit of a shout out. Any rate, so those are our returners. Now, we've recruited a lot of people. We're going to be learning some names. I want to highlight 4 names that really stuck out to me personally. First of all, there is Jacoby Coles, who came from TCU. I believe this is his final year, and I'm more than likely he's going to fill in that 5th starter spot, because we have 4 out of 5 have been filled. He's probably going to be starter number 5 in that spot, my guess. Next, the person I want to highlight is Makai Williams. Now, Makai Williams was on UT Arlington's team last year. Had amazing success with UT Arlington. How good, you say? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. He was so good that he won the WAC Freshman of the Year award. So, and we got him. Cool. Cool. Score! Okay, another one that we got was Travar Jackson. Now, he was from Tarleton last year. Tarleton was amazing last year. I mean, they gave us a run for our money. They were even one of those people, you know, have 5 losses. They were one of those people who gave us an L, you know. So, yeah, Tarleton was good. So we get to have Travar Jackson be on our team. Score! Okay. And then finally, one final person I really wanted to highlight was Sammy Yane. He is a 4-star freshman that all kinds of heavy hitter schools, I think even some SEC schools, were trying to get him real bad, and we got him. Score! Love-tastic! That's just a few. There are a bunch of other names that I could call, and more than likely, all you other Love-tastic players there, you're like, Crystal didn't mention me in her video. I don't know if I like that. Hey, you prove your point on the floor. I promise I will mention you, okay? But I'm trying to make these a little bit shorter. Don't know how good I'm going to be with that. I'm trying to make these a little shorter. Anyway, so that's what we have to look for as far as players are concerned. Now, our first game, an exhibition game, is going to be on October 29th, which I think is a Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, October 29th. And I always look forward to these exhibition games. They're fun, they're no pressure, and because it's following a winning season, we get to pass out the rings to the returning players and staff and people like that. And if by chance some people like, you know, from last year want to come over and get a ring, they're in the thing too. So we pass out the rings. At least they get at least 1 ring for a conference championship. I don't know if they'll get it for regular season. I heard a rumor they might. We'll see. But definitely 1 ring they're getting. And then we're going to be having out the banners. We'll get a banner for the regular season conference championship. And then we'll get a banner for winning the WAC conference championship. So 1 for regular season, 1 for WAC. So those are cool. Those are cool. So have that. The Havocs are going to be there in full force, just ready to rock, ready to be loud, ready to move. It's going to be Love-tastic. The theme is going to be costume. I am going to have a cute little t-shirt costume that I think you'll appreciate. At least I will appreciate. And then, so we have that. And then we will be playing Eastern New Mexico on the 29th. So it's going to be a fun game. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of points, a whole lot of points in that respect. And then our first official game is Monday, November 4th. And we'll be playing Cal State Fullerton. Now, full disclosure, I went to Cal State Fullerton for a year when I was 18, but I was not academically, mentally, habit-wise ready for college, and my grades showed that, you know, very quickly. So I did much better in my 40s and 50s in school. But it does has a place in my heart because I did attend there. But that does not change the fact that I will be wearing I'll be wearing my costume. I'll be cheering for GCU, not Cal State Fullerton. Sorry about that. And so I'm ready and that's going to have a beach theme on that day. So that is the little preview that I can give for what we have to look forward to. I hope you liked my little recap and preview video. I hope you like it, and I hope you subscribe. And once again, my name is Crystal, and I hope you come back and loves up.